Well, hello there. It's Shantha here. I hope you are having an amazing day. I have something really special that I want to share with you. It's actually my personal branding planner. Now, this planner, I created this out of a need that I saw. A lot of the clients that my agency works with, we help them with their marketing and their branding, and the foundation of a successful marketing campaign is actually having a solid brand. And we've been building brands for almost 10 years now, and I noticed during the process, a lot of clients started coming to us because they weren't quite sure where to start with their brand. Not only is there clarity that you need, but also you just need a game plan for success. Where do you start with your brand? Where should your priorities lie? What should you do first when creating an amazing brand? So, I actually created a free branding planner. It's about 37 pages, and it takes you step by step and really helps you lay the foundation of what a solid brand looks like. So I wanted to take a little bit of time today and actually go through step by step the planner. I want to take you through every single page and really do an overview, walk you through it, show you how to use the planner so that you can be well on your way to an amazing brand that you can be totally proud of. So let's go ahead and get into it. So, of course, I created this planner in one of my favorite platforms, which is Canva. Obviously, what other platform is there? And so, if you are not familiar with Canva, it is one of my favorite tools. That I use. In fact, it actually helps our team be more productive. I actually have a Canva course. It's a masterclass replay. We also have the Canva Template Society where we resell templates and things like that to sort of speed up your process. So if you ever need something like that, definitely let me know. I will be happy to get you the information. But before we get into all that, let's go step by step through the planner, and I'm going to show you exactly how to use it. And we'll talk about your brand and where you need to start in order to create a brand that you're proud of. So, this personal brand planner is 7 easy steps to elevate your personal brand. I'm actually going to take you step by step. I'm going to show you how to use it, but you'll be able to download this planner and fill it out and actually build your brand upon it from here. So let's take a look. Okay, so of course, the first couple of pages, I'm welcoming you. Thank you so much for downloading the planner. If you have, if you haven't, go ahead and do so. You can either grab it here if you're watching this YouTube video, you can grab the link below. If you're watching from the email list, you can click on the link and grab it. If you're watching this video somewhere else, thank you for watching, and you should be able to grab the planner somewhere around here, probably linked below somewhere. Okay, so this planner was actually created out of years. I've been working with small business owners for almost a decade now, building brands, websites, logos. And one of the things that I noticed is that, like I said before, a lot of small business owners and entrepreneurs, not only do they not have clarity, they just don't know where to start. They mean well, they just don't know where to start with their branding and marketing. So this planner is going to help bring some clarity. So the first thing that I want you to know that this is a step-by-step guide. It will put you on the right track and help you not only define your personal brand. A successful brand is clear, it's consistent, it's definitive. When your personal brand is clear, you'll be able to attract the perfectly matched leads that you're looking to work with. And this brand is going to help really with the language and the definition around your own personal brand. This planner also will help you clarify your brand. So if you are all over the place with the colors, look, feel, maybe you just don't, you feel like you don't even have a brand and you're just wondering how to kick things off, this planner will help set you in the right direction. Okay, so whether you're looking to choose the colors for your brand, the right fonts, the content, messaging, bio, this planner will help put you on the right track. It will help put you on the right course. Okay. So also what this planner will do is actually help you not just sort of take all the pieces, put them all together, but it will help you launch your personal brand. So you'll be able to deliver your personal brand online. You'll be able to use the latest social media tools. We'll talk about some of them, whether it's LinkedIn, Instagram, Facebook, video marketing, so much more. This planner will help set you on the right track. So if you're a real estate professional, according to the National Association of Realtors, over 95% of real estate transactions actually begin online. So developing a clear personal brand will help you get found easier when prospects and leads are searching for your services online. So let's talk about what does it mean to have an effective personal brand. So what a brand is, it's clear. So when someone sees you online, when they come across your content, maybe they visit your website, you really want them to have a clear understanding of who you are, what you do, and the value that you bring to the table. So your personal brand should be a powerful, clear, positive idea of who you are as a professional. Your brand is also a full-time commitment. So I'm going to actually encourage you throughout this mini training, throughout the planner, as you're building upon the planner, as you're filling it out, I'm really going to encourage you to make a full-time commitment to the journey of defining yourself as a leader. In branding, it's all about journey. You're not where you started out when you first started your business if you've been in business any amount of time. If you just started your business, you are not where you're going to end up. I just want to let you know and that entrepreneurship is a journey. And so this planner should be something that's dynamic. You should be updating the planner. Your brand is going to change. I recently myself had a brand refresh. I sort of muted some of our colors. I had an update to my logo. Being in business 10 years, I've had a refresh 3 times, a brand refresh 3 times. And it's actually very important, especially if you're going to act, look competitive. You're going to look modern and like a thought leader. You want to keep your brand fresh and you want to make sure that your brand is updated. Okay. Your brand is also defined by the value. So I'm going to encourage you throughout this training and through the planner to really think about all the things that you bring to the table. What type of value do you bring to the table when you're working with your leads, your clients, and your prospects? Your personal brand is also defined by what you stand for. It's your personalities, it's your values, it's what authenticity can you bring to the table? What values do you hold close to? That is definitely what your brand should encompass. So the benefits of elevating your brand, the benefits of this planner, and just doing work in order to grow your brand they reach so far, especially if you're looking to grow a sustainable business in today's very competitive market. Establishing a clear, strong, and consistent brand will make it easier for you to attract your perfectly matched leads to your business. So let's talk about your personal brand. Let's go ahead and discover it. Do you have a powerful personal brand and an online presence that you can be proud of? This ultimate personal brand planner is going to help you discover your strengths, your weaknesses, and also we're going to use it to elevate your current online presence and your current online brand. So let's go ahead and get into it. So the first thing that we want to do is really look at the overview of where you are right now. Do you have specific goals? Where do you see your business? When it comes to branding, you really want to brand. You want to build your brand for that next level. You want to look toward the future and really position your business toward that next level. We're not branding for today because we're looking at elevating. We want to make sure that we are coming across as the professionals that we want to be seen as, and we want to attract the right leads, that next level lead. So I want to ask you, where do you see your business? So the first part of building a brand is actually to set some goals. So, do you have specific goals for your business? Where do you see your career in 6 months, 1 year, or within 5 years? Answering these questions will not only help you along, really get closer to your goals, But these answers to these questions are centered upon not only developing a brand, but elevating your brand, not just staying where you are, but we really want to brand and build a business for that next level. So I want to ask you, where do you see yourself right now? A memorable brand is clear, it's consistent. Your personal brand is a positive, clear, powerful idea that answers the following: who are you? What do you currently do? Who do you serve right now? What value do you bring to the table when you're working with your clients? And also, it's all about perceptions. It's about what feelings do people have? What feelings do they experience? What kind of experiences do they have when they do business with you? Your personal brand is all about how others actually perceive you. It's these perceptions that help them to resonate better with you. And your personal brand is also going to put you in a positive light. Your personal brand is all about what others say about you when you're not around. That's what a brand is. So establishing a clear, positive idea of who you are, what you do, and the value that you bring to the table online before you even work with your clients, your leads, your prospects for the first time is that first important step toward building an amazing brand. So let's talk about your goals. So let's go ahead and write down, where do you see yourself a year from now? Where do you see your business 6 months from now? And where do you see your business 5 years from now? So it's important that you really are doing some planning in your business and you're able to move closer to your goals. And because of that, it's important that you write everything down, write them down. All right. So let's go ahead and define your brand. The art of personal branding is making a full-time commitment to the journey of defining yourself as a leader. So who are you as a leader? I would love to find that out. I want you to write that down. Who are you as a leader? Who do you want to be? If you're not that person yet, if you don't see yourself in that leadership role in your industry or your career right now, what would it look like if you were a sought after leader? And if you are a sought after leader, what does that look like right now in your industry? Why do people see you as a leader? What are some things that you do that help you stand apart, that showcase your leadership? Your personal brand should represent that value that you bring to the table to those whom you're looking to serve. So let's go ahead and write it down. So let's go ahead and define your own personal brand. Here's a worksheet that's inside of this planner I put together, and I want you to take some time and answer these questions. This will help us get a more clear idea of where you are in terms of your brand. So the first of all, I want to find out, what do you do? So if you're a real estate professional, which you probably are if you're watching this video, and if you're not, just think about what industry you're in right now. What is your title? Do you have a specialty or demographic that you serve? Here's an example. I'm a realtor with XYZ Real Estate who serves the luxury real estate market. That's an example. Who do you serve? What do you do? What's your title? Go ahead and write that down. Also, it's important to really find out the type of people you attract. So what type of clients do you currently work with? Are you working with the clients that you want to serve right now? Are you looking to make a shift? Are you attracting the right clients? Go ahead and write that down. Also, what areas of town do you serve? Do you have a very geographically specific service offering? If so, go ahead and write that down. Having a specific area of town or being clear on the state that you serve, especially as a real estate professional, this will help your ideal clients see you as a trusted local expert. And I want you to go ahead and list everything down in the planner. Okay, so let's take a look at your brand's personality. Now, after you've defined your brand, now I have here a sheet for you to uncover your personality, the feel, the perception, the look of your brand. So what we're going to really look at is the visual brand representation. It's what people see immediately when they have exposure to your brand or when they find you online. What do they see? This is where identifying your brand colors, feel, and tone comes in. And we'll go ahead and work through that soon during the next sheets in the planner. But I do want you to think about a few questions that I'm asking here. How can you make your brand compelling? What's something that can make it pop? Usually the color. The color is something, it's like the first thing people see in order to make your brand pop. What type of clients are you looking to attract? That's going to have an impact on how your brand looks, the color, the feel. If you're going toward more upscale, high end clients, of course, you want to use monochromatic, luxe, sophisticated type colors. If you want a more down to earth, relatable brand, you may go with some more neutral tones or colors that are not luxe and upscale. So maybe even some more, a little bit more playful type colors. Also, I want to find out what type of clients do you want to attract. That's going to have an impact on how your brand looks and feels. And what words best describe you and your brand. And that's all here in the planner. I'm actually going to go through that with you as well. So these answers, if you are able to answer these questions, they'll guide you closer to having an effective and powerful personal brand. And of course, at the end of the day, none of this stuff matters unless you're authentic. So we need to keep this in mind as you're building your brand, as you're building the look and feel, as you're conveying your message. We also need to make sure that we are coming across as authentic as possible. People work with people that they know, they like, and they trust. Your personal brand will do a better job of attracting the right leads to your business if you can allow your authenticity to shine through. There's always the temptation to try to be like another successful person in your field or someone else who's doing something amazing online, but they attract who they attract, and you're going to attract who you attract. So it's important that your personality and your authenticity is shining through everything so that you can attract the right leads to your business. So I also included in the planner on page 12, I have a journal. And so I would like for you to take some time, some me time, some downtime, and really journal about your current brand and what about it stands out. What can you do to improve your brand? Maybe there's something that you've been putting on the back burner and you haven't taken action on with your current brand. I want you to go ahead and write it all down in the planner so we can move closer to creating a brand that you're 100% proud of. Okay. So let's talk about your brand proposition. This helps your brand stand out from the competition. This is that je ne sais quoi. It's that special thing that really helps you come across as a competitor, as a thought leader. If there are other people in your industry doing the same thing, which we all are, if you're not, if you don't have competitors, if you don't have other people in your industry doing the same thing, you're in the wrong business. So hopefully you do have people in your industry, doing the same thing, but you want to make sure that your content isn't doing the same thing as theirs. You want to make sure that your content, the look and feel, you can stand out above the noise. So the one thing that can help you get closer to that goal is to actually really be able to surmise what is special about your brand, what helps you stand out, what's unique, what's the value that you bring to the table. This is going to help you move closer to your goal. So in the next page of the planner, I want you to take a look at your brand proposition worksheet. This is going to be an opportunity for you to really do some brain dumping and for you to really get out of your brain and your heart everything that you bring to the table, every talent you have, every piece of value that you bring. I want you to go ahead and write it down in this worksheet because we're going to take that and we're going to actually create messaging around your value. So this is what we're going to get into your bio, your headline, your Instagram bio. If you wanted to create a tagline, when you introduce yourself, when you're going to networking events, this can definitely help you. Okay. So I want you to answer these questions so that we can identify what makes your brand stand out online. This will help you determine your value proposition. The first question is, what value do you bring to the table when you're working with your clients? What characteristics or skills do you possess that help you do your job well? What skills do you have? Do you have a past work experience that you've brought to your current industry and it's made you amazing? Were you classically trained in what you do and that's helped you? Maybe you have a degree in it or certifications. What special thing do you bring to the table when you're working with your clients? And of course, your talent, your gifts. And if you are sort of like a lot of people who struggle with maybe bragging on yourself or, kind of tooting your own horn, I want you to think about maybe some things that you have been recognized for. Or maybe I want you to think about some things that you have been complimented on. Those are all talents and gifts, compliments that you can take and you can package and really showcase that special thing, that thing that your clients recognize you for when you're working with them. Also, if you have a specific skill set, maybe if you are a real estate agent, but you also do home staging, that's a skill set that can benefit your clients. Go ahead, package that and get that here in your planner. All right. So let's talk about some adjectives. Every brand has a personality, and identifying which adjectives represent your brand actually will help you to establish clarity, brand clarity. It will help create that language around your brand to make your brand stronger. Brand adjectives are the words you choose to describe your brand's visual identity. This helps you discover your target audience and your visual aesthetic, the look and feel of your brand. This will also help you create creative content guidelines around your brand. So on page 15 of the planner, go ahead and work it out. The first question: how do I want people to feel when they discover my brand online? Branding is all about emotions. It's that emotional connection that people have with you that makes them want to know, like, trust, and work with you. And so I want you to answer the question in the planner: how do you want people to feel? Do you want people to feel taken care of? Do you want people to feel like they can trust you? Do you want people to feel educated? Do you want people to feel informed? That is going to be the question. Another question is, what do I want my tone of voice to be when I communicate with my prospective clients? So my tone would be friendly, informative, engaging, down to earth. Think about that. How do you want to convey your message to your clients? How do you want your messaging to come across? Use some adjectives in order to describe that. And if your brand was an actual person, how would this brand be described? I used to always say my brand is like the girl next door. It's friendly, it's warm, it's kind. Hopefully, I'm coming across that way. How, if you were to describe your brand as a person, how would you describe it? Go ahead and write it down. Now let's head on over to page 16 of the planner. I'm actually here where I'm showing you some adjectives to get you started with your brainstorming. So you can actually use these adjectives that I have listed here. You can use them to answer any of the questions on page 15. These are power words, and these are going to be words that will actually describe your brand. Okay. So let's talk about brand colors. It's actually one of my favorite things to discuss. It's one of my favorite things in the world when it comes to a brand, because your colors can make or break your brand. You can have a lackluster brand or maybe even some lackluster, boring content, and maybe tweak the colors a little bit and everything just pops. It happened to me. I changed my brand color and we just got a different type of clientele, which I'm so happy about. And so don't underestimate the power of color. If I go to your Instagram or your Facebook and you're all over the place with the look and feel of your brand, maybe you're using other people's printers quotes and you're using other people's content, or you're just pulling content from here and there and you don't have a consistent look and feel, you're leaving lots of opportunities on the back burner. Because once you get solid with your colors, you're going to give the perception that you're going to offer a solid, consistent level of service before you even start working with your clients, your leads, and your prospects. They'll pick up on that when they have a look at your brand. It's all about psychology. Colors are all about psychology. There is an emotional charge that comes with the colors that you choose. So let's talk about the emotions associated with every color. Choosing the right colors for your brand will help your perfect match client leads and prospects be drawn to you. So here are the meanings behind the brand colors. Red is a stimulating, vibrant, passionate, eye-catching, energy charged color. Orange, energetic, enthusiastic, fun. A lot of tech companies actually choose the color orange. In fact, let's go back to red. I tell people all the time, if you're going to go networking, wear the color red because it will help you stand out in a crowd. Yellow is friendly, it's cheerful, it's warm, it's bright. Be careful with orange and yellow because they are such powerful colors. They can be overbearing. You just want to use them as accent colors. They shouldn't be the focal point of your brand colors. And of course, every color here, you can use whatever hue you want. So blue, for example, my colors are a lighter blue, a more of a pastel blue. I used to have a turquoise blue, but that all fell within that blue color. So whatever color you choose here, you can choose whatever, um, you know, complementary color or hue to that color if you want to. Let's go into green, natural, healthy, peaceful. Think about Starbucks or Sprouts grocery store, Whole Foods. Uh, Blue, trustworthy, secure, responsible, thought leadership. I tell people if they're going to go close a deal, if you're going to go maybe discuss a proposal with a client or talk over contract, wear the color blue. Will help you come across as like you know what you're talking about because it's that credible, trustworthy color. Pink, calm, loving, feminine, soft, very nurturing type color. If that's your brand, probably a great color to go with. Purple is a wonderful color for my upskill clients, actually. So, more of a plum or a deep purple is a great color if you're high end luxury type business. Successful, wise, royal. Brown, earthy, simple, dependable. And of course, black and white, those are our monochromatic colors. Those are our anchor colors. Exclusive, prestigious, luxe, pure, innocent, practical. Those are all the emotions associated with those two colors. So I actually put together a mood board here just so you can have an example of what one looks like. You can put together your own mood board if you want to. A branding mood board is a collection of visual assets, whether that's colors, images, text, photos, or any other kind of visual inspiration. I love heading on over to Pinterest and putting together mood boards using Pinterest because you'll be able to really visualize the look and feel of different color palettes put together, different textures. You can actually go to Pinterest and look up different types of logos. It's a great place to start if you need a little bit of inspiration. Of course, I have mood boards in Canva as well. So these are some examples that you can use for your brand colors. So let's talk about your personal brand. Does it match your objectives? The bottom line is that your personal brand should match your objectives, your aspirations. Where's your business headed? And I said it earlier, you don't want to brand for where you are today. You really want to look at where you're going. You want to brand for the next level. And so I want you to really think about where you see your business over the next year, 5 years, even 6 months. And I want you to go ahead and consider branding for that next level. Now, one of the little tricks that I have in order to stay competitive in my market and in order to get content ideas and inspiration is to actually stay top of what's going on with my competitors. So I have two or three competitors that I look at, maybe every once a month, and I'll Google them. I will go to their Instagram and I will look at their hashtags, or I might even go to their YouTube channel and look at their YouTube videos. The hallmark of a smart entrepreneur is your willingness to do research on your competitors. Big companies, that's what they do. That's how they stay competitive. They're always doing competitor analysis and competitor research. And so my suggestion is that yes, you Google your competitors. You want to see what their brands look like online. Use the following pages to list out your top competitors. I want you to think about three competitors that you can apply this to and go through the planner, answer all the questions. What social media profiles are they present on? What Instagram hashtags are they using? Do a Google search. Do they have a Google business page? Are there any Google reviews? Just go through the list and of all three of your competitors and sort of do an audit of their social media and their online presence. So there's the competitor research analysis. I included three sheets here for each competitor that you can take a look at. Okay, and then not only do we need to um, take a look at our competitors, but also we always need to keep our finger on the pulse of what's happening with our own Google presence. This is our online reputation management. So most people are going to Google your name. They're going to look you up on Google. They want to see what Google is saying about you. Our job as entrepreneurs is to actually control the conversation, control what people see about us online. And one of the best ways to do this is for you to make sure that your Google presence is amazing. So the first thing that you want to do is Google your name every 30 days. Do you have a Google business page? And I have here linked in this planner, it's a step-by-step guide on setting up your Google business page if you don't have one set up. I want you to ask yourself, what are the top websites that populate the first page of Google? Do you have 5-star reviews? If not, I have I'll link in here my training, my step-by-step training on how to get more reviews. Is your headshot updated on all your platforms and websites? Is your contact information the same everywhere? Even if you have something like a number off of your address, or maybe your name is listed different somewhere else, you're going to get a little ding from Google, because Google, the easiest way for them to enhance your Google search results is if you are the same person everywhere online. That helps them aggregate your information and bring it all together. So you want to make sure, you want to go through, rake everything with a fine tooth comb and make sure that you are the same. Your address, your phone number, your name, everything is listed the same online everywhere. So I have here on page 23 how to audit your Google presence. And this is what it looks like to have a Google business page. Also 5-star reviews here. I have my Google page included in here, so you'll see exactly what I'm able to do. So let's take a look at our clients. Now, at the end of the day, we can do all this stuff, but if we're not doing this in the name of our clients, if we're not doing this in order to attract our clients, it's all going to be a moot point, right? We want to make sure that everything we do is in the name of our clients. We want to be able to put out the right content so that we can attract the right clients. We want the right clients to find us online. And in order to do so, we need to have a client avatar. So in the next worksheets here in the Personal Brand Planner, I have a step-by-step guide on what a client avatar is and how to create one for your business. A customer or client avatar, or a buying persona, is essentially a physical representation of your perfect customer or client. When you understand who your ideal customer is, what they look like, their habits, interests, challenges, aspirations, frustrations, in fact, everything about them, you'll be much more effective in marketing to them. So I want you to think about these clients you most love to work with. Maybe you have a current customer who truly fits your ideal client. You enjoy their business model and their personality, and you would go as far to call this particular client a friend. This is your ideal client. So I want you to spend a few minutes and describe him or her, give them a name, describe how they look, how old their kids are, whether they attend church, whether they volunteer, what do they do? What is stopping them right now from working with you? What is some frustration, challenge, fear that they have right now from working with you. And then I want you to write down a list of solutions that will help them get closer to working with you. So the client avatar it's a powerful tool. And my suggestion is that you go ahead and brainstorm right now. I have on page 26, I have a little diagram, and you can really map out what your client avatar is using the diagram. So, what are some motivating factors for your ideal clients? I have on page 27 of the planner. What are the main challenges your ideal client is facing right now? How can you help them? Answering these questions will help you create social media content that resonates with your ideal leads and clients. So, use the space below and answer these questions. So, for example, if you're a real estate professional and you work with first time home buyers, and right now the economy is a little iffy, and there's, maybe they're a little bit afraid to get into a mortgage. You have a list of solutions. You have a list of reasons why they should be buying a house right now. Go ahead. You're going to write their problem, maybe fearful of a new mortgage. And I want you to write down every single way you can help them right here in this area in the personal branding planner. So on page 28, what we're going to do is we're actually going to audit our social media. We're going to take a look. You don't have to be everywhere online. You just need to show up where your ideal clients are every day. So answering the follow questions is going to help you show up for your perfectly matched client, for your client avatar. So you're just going to go through yes or no and answer these questions. You're going to be totally honest with yourself, and then you're going to move forward and making sure that your images and videos are on par with your brand. So on page 29, we're getting clear with our content. We're going to get clear. I go through the whole process of, what do you find online when people are looking for you, how to create great content, how to create great video. It's all here in the planner. So I have the social media audit. The SWOT analysis is also a powerful aspect of the planner. It's a great exercise. It will help you identify your current strengths, weaknesses, opportunities, and threats when it comes to your market and branding strategies. So I want you to take a look at your brand and your social media presence, and I want you to list in each of the 4 quadrants below. I want you to first list all the strengths. Do you have an amazing headshot? Do you have a lot of followers on Instagram? Do you have a great colors and a brand that you're proud of? Those are all strengths. Weaknesses, maybe you need a better headshot, or maybe you aren't active on the right platforms, or maybe it's been a while since you've posted, or you need to do video. Go ahead and list those all in the weakness quadrant. Some opportunities, maybe you have a really good backing, you have a great sphere of influence, you get a lot of leads from networking. Whatever your opportunities are, I want you to go ahead and list those out here. And your threats, these are anything that you can't control but are a threat to your success. Having competitors, that's a threat. Having a weak economy, that's a threat. Go ahead and list those all out here, and I want you to create some solutions to those threats. Go ahead and write them here in the note section of the planner. All right. So the planner actually goes through and it encourages you to do an audit, not just today, but also an audit of your total social media and online presence through 6 months. So audit where you are today, and based on the changes that you've implemented from the personal branding planner, I want you to come back in about 6 months, and I want you to write down exactly how things have improved and changed for you online. And it's all here. All right. So let's talk about content. So when it comes to having an effective online presence, you have to have the right type of content. And this content should resonate with your audience. So when it comes to creating amazing content that resonates with your audience, your content needs to stand out. In order to make this happen, you want to be sure that you can create content consistently. It should also come from 4 of the following pillars, or what I like to call content buckets. So the content pillar types, the first pillar is trust and credibility. This is any type of content that gets you seen as a credible, trusted resource. Anytime you're giving a tip, guidance, advice, an update on your industry or market, that's trust and credibility. Any type of content that's educational or informative. Any type of content that showcases your personality, that's going to come into the personality and authenticity bucket. So you want to make sure that you are putting content out there that not only is always teaching and preaching and educating, and that's great. But people also want to work with people. And so when you have content that showcases your personality and your authenticity, that is going to help people resonate better with you. So that's sharing your story or pulling the curtains back and showcasing maybe a selfie or something that you do for fun. All of that will help you grow online a lot quicker. Another content pillar is vulnerability. This is content that tells your story. It really may showcase a challenge that you face. It wasn't until I started being more vulnerable through my content, people were able to resonate better with me online. And when I first started my business, I thought I had to have all the answers. I thought my social media presence was all about, you know, giving advice and pushing my audience to get to that next level. Sometimes people just want to hear that you've been where they are and this is how you got to the other side, or even better, you're still where they are and this is what you're doing to keep moving forward. So any way that you can share your story, maybe a case study of you working with a client, vulnerability is a great way to go. And the last content pillar or content bucket you want to think about is feel good content. This is content that showcases your heartfelt side of your business. Maybe you're serving the community. Maybe you're involved in some philanthropic work. That is also great content to share. So I want to use the space below to kind of brain dump or brainstorm some ideas for each of the 4 content pillars that you can post about. And you can have as many examples or ideas here that you want. And then as you go through creating content, you're just going to pull from your content pillars here in the planner. So let's go ahead and take action with our brand. So the first thing that you want to do in terms of having an effective brand, you want to have a high quality headshot. It needs to be up to date. It should be a headshot taken in an environment that represents what you do. So get your headshot taken in a way that people immediately can resonate with you and see the service that you offer. I always tell people, don't get your headshots done like those old glamour shots on a blank gray wall. You really want to be able to get your headshots taken in an environment that represents quality, that people can see what you do, whether it's an office, if you're in real estate, a kitchen, a living room. You really want people to really resonate with those headshots. Also, identify your brand colors. Picking your brand colors is one of the first things you should do, and it's one of the top aspects to having a solid, consistent brand. All right. The other thing that you need to do is write your bio. You want to make sure that you have a well-written bio that serves as a resource of information for your audience. Conduct a social media audit your presence online. You want to make sure that you are the same everywhere online. You have your headshot everywhere online. You have those 5-star reviews. You got that Google business page set up. You have an amazing Instagram bio and profile there, and establish your brand on 2 to 3 platforms. Okay. You want to include your Google business page, post high quality content every single day, using video to strengthen your brand, and use our planner to audit and track your results. And I want to let you know that we still have availability in the Canva Template Society. This is an amazing program. It's a membership. And right now we're running a special 3 months. It's only like $27 for 3 months. So it's super cheap. And what you'll get, hundreds of templates, Canva templates, hundreds of guides and resources you can take, you can edit them. It's all social media content, email signatures, marketing materials, business cards, Instagram landing pages, cover photos, buyer guides, sellers guides, all kinds of amazing content. All you'll have to do is change the color in the brand, and bingo bango, you've got some amazing content for your brand and for your marketing. So I hope you enjoyed this overview. I hope you're able to take this planner and implement it and grow your business. And I look forward to seeing you soon. Take care. Bye.